I got you. Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. What's up, boys? Happy soon-to-be New Year. All you UK folk, you got what, 2 hours left? Getting close, man. Gonna be a super quick stream today, only about an hour or so. Then we're gonna head out. So we'll do dailies, we'll open some League SBC packs, we'll grind some premium. But yeah, that's basically all we're gonna have time for. I got you. I'm from Slovakia, so just an hour to New Year. Hey, happy early New Year, buddy. Yeah, probably going to be a more chill stream today. I'm assuming most people are going to be partying or hanging out with people. We're going to be going to a party later tonight, so only going to be around for a little bit. Dude, should I can't do the Libertadores meme at the party anymore. We just got to talk about League SBCs in general now. It used to be me having to explain to people what the Lib and Sud method is. Do we tell them about the mixed unlimited grind? Do we try to put normies on that game? Or is it too early? He can't keep the key. What AFCON games were today? Ivory Coast played, right? AFCON. Oh, do we have round of 16 already? Decided? Ooh. Mali, Tunisia, Senegal, Sudan, Egypt, Benin. Oh, Ivory Coast. Let's go. Ahmad versus Traore. Battle of the Sunderland past and present goats. Algeria plays Congo. Sadiqi's going to absolutely ball against Mahrez. Nigeria plays Mozambique, so Ronaldo will be in that game. Cameroon plays South Africa? Yeah. And then what's the last game? Morocco and Tanzania. W, man. I don't like the... Oh, hold on. Dude, anyone else on their PC have the McAfee notifications just going crazy lately? I need to delete it completely off my system. I have a feeling that's what slows down most of the time any of the streams. Also, too, we'll be live tomorrow, or today, technically, whenever you're watching. We'll be live New Year's Day, but we're going to have a video go up in the morning. Sunderland plays, and then sometime after the Sunderland game, we will have a live stream, because I'll be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I do want to get at least another one in outside of this short one today. I don't like those things like party, so I'm just home with family and watching you. Brother, not going to lie, I don't like parties either. I'm only going to this one because I got invited from some of my friends from church to this one. My plan of attack, I am bringing a present. I am going not right at the start of the party. I'm going at least a half an hour in. Right, ready for this? Peep game. Walk in, have your present. Everyone sees you. Everyone notes you're there. You walk around, you say hi to everyone. Everyone sees you came in. You have a conversation, you make a memory with people, and then in your head, you are ready to go whenever. You don't have to make it to midnight. If you don't want to stay till midnight, don't stay till midnight. If you're tired, go home. If you got stuff to do, go home. I really want to go home. But I'm going to enjoy it too. Hi, Mama. When I grind out both League SBCs, I usually do one run at the same time and then open all the packs. While I'm sure it doesn't matter, do you think it could be smarter to do more than one run? You're right in the sense of, like, the packs you're opening up. That doesn't necessarily matter if you're doing one at a time. I will say, though, if you're trying to do them in bulk, open as many as you possibly can. You constantly going back and forth between getting players, opening said packs, getting more players to do another run, opening said packs. That's going to take you a lot longer than the process of buying everything out together, bidding everything together, and then also, too, when you open all the packs together, recycling more into more leagues together. It's going to save you so much time in bulk. That's why we recommend usually like 10 plus. But anything works. You can always scale that. If you want to start with one, you can. I find for me, doing about at least 10 sets me up really well for the premium. I basically have everything I need for the premium. I'm starting to get a crap ton of Pro League and Portuguese League players, untradeable and tradable. I have some in my club already from the dailies and other stuff. We're cooking. Up almost 80s on 85. 80% on 85. Should I sell now? If you're happy with that, Cherokee, let's go. W. I mean, if you're happy with that, take it. I don't know how high they're really going to go. I got you. What is up 80%? What was their price and what are they at now for the 85s? Because I think I saw them as low as maybe 1.9 on bid when we were getting them the other day. But I don't know what their absolute bottom was. Yeah, dude, I can't, for midnight in where I live in the United States, it's in another 8 hours. Dude, I can't imagine being out for another 8 hours, staying till midnight, and then having to drive home. I don't think I'm going to make it. Like 1,600 coins, but almost 3,100. Are they actually 3,100 now? Are you console or are you PC, brother? No shot they rose that quickly. Unless something came out that I'm not aware of. Oh, they are. I'm seeing 2,700 right now on console for cheapest rating, but that's probably not real time. Dang. How many cards do you have total? Because if you have less than a full transfer list, you could always lazy list them and take the profit of the ones that sell and just keep lazy listing into more coins. That's completely up to you. Also, too, we'll make more videos on each individual part of this grind to make it easier for you guys as we get closer to Team of the Year. One of the things the mix does really well that I don't hear people talk about as much, and we don't even talk about it a whole bunch, but like in bulk, the amount of 3 common gold player packs and then 2 silver player packs that we're able to build out in the process of spamming the mix and premium becomes really nice tool to help you get more commons back into the club for the golds, because you don't like using too many rares. It feels overkill when I do it. And then also, too, getting a lot of Pro League and Portuguese League cards from here. Dude, honestly, getting a lot of League One and Eredivisie cards, too, that's highly slept on, man. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a favor, smack that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Quick one today. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes, boys. We got 10 people in the stream right now. Did we finish the daily golds? No, we didn't. We got to open those still. Only got 100. Should have done more. I mean, it's always the case, right? You wish you would have gotten more, but if you got more and they took forever to raise, you would have had most of your coins in those, and then you'd be asking the question, At what point do I sell just so I can do something else? 100, I feel like, is the perfect amount because you can make some sales. You can put some of each in your club if you got different ones, or you don't necessarily have to sell everything, and you have room to trade into other things at the same time. That's personally a really good spot to be in. Alright, we'll get the daily golds gun. Open those up. Do 82 10s. We should be cooking, boys. Give you everything I got. Alright, what are we working with? MLS. I'll use untradable low-end MLS and championship cards the same way I'll use the bronze ones untradable because we never really fit them in. We'll use higher rated things. So it's nice just to have additional cards to help make these, if you're recycling your off leagues consistently, into bronze upgrades and silver upgrades. Happy New Year, all. Just got in from a CAT scan. Sadly, couldn't grind during. Hey, we need to research this a little more. The question should be, why can't you grind during something like that? There should be some autopilot mode. Or at least have your doctor be the one grinding for you. Tell him, here, when he says you can't have any electronics in there, hand him your phone with the companion app open or Pale Tools open and say, hey, can you open some bronze packs? Can you buy out some mixed league cards? And if you have a doctor that's good enough, they will do that for you. Just tell the nurse which packs open? True. That works even better. The nurses probably have a bunch of boyfriends that play FIFA and would have an idea. Maybe they're already on squad battle duty. You can put them now on League SBC duty. They're going to come home to their boyfriend. Boyfriend's going to be playing FIFA. He's going to be trying to like make some packs real quick. He's just buying out the premium. And the girlfriend looks at him and is like, honey, why are you buying out the premium? Wouldn't it be more self-sufficient if you bought out the mixed and grinded that into the premium using Mumble Elite's method? Excuse me? What did you just say? How do you know this? Oh, I had a person today who learned the method from Mumble Elite on YouTube. You really actually don't have that many coins. Are you trading at all? Or are you buying promo packs? It starts with something as little as that. The seeds planted. Grind already working though. Got Silver Norwich past the present player last night. Let's go. What did you get him in? Which one of the packs? See, I get all my dupe silvers from Sunderland through the election pack. Just because there's so many silvers in there and I spam so many. You inevitably hit something. It's the Moroccan dude, brother. We were literally just talking about you yesterday. We're like, I can't wait for the Moroccan dude to come back on some random account that looks like just a randomly generated name with randomly generated numbers at the end. And we'll know it's him because he'll announce he's the Moroccan dude. And now you're here today. Crazy how that works. It's the Moroccan dude, and you should do Bombito in the 8210. I should do Bombito in the 8210? I'm already doing the 8210s. We're going to open them right after we're done with this. But Bombito is not better than Daniel Ballard. So he won't be fit in my team, man. But he looks like a baller. It's just hard to compete with Sunderland cards, you know? They're all so good. Alright. A few more in here. Let's do the Aussie League. Let's do the CSL. Dude, we need a return of the CSL League SBC, bro. I missed that one so much. BPM with the CSL League. Woo! They used to cook a few years ago. Saudi Pack dupe theory, though, is I just bought him to do the champ MLS bulk. Dude, how... Wait, I just thought of that. Your Pale Tools filters must be the most disgusting thing in the world to make sure you're not putting any past and present Norwich players in. Or accidentally putting an Evo in. ChatGPT said 500 smaller players packs will give you a 40% chance of a team of the year. ChatGPT's wrong. ChatGPT's wrong. It's even higher than that. You know why? The recycling. Ask ChatGPT if you recycle those into league-specific premiums. Does that increase or decrease your odds? Do you have Talby? He's Moroccan and Sunderland. Do I have the second best winger in the Premier League in my Sunderland team? Of course I do, brother. You know why I said second best winger? Because we respect Romain Mundle around here. He hasn't had too much of a shot yet. He's still getting back to full health. Once he's given a full 90, woo, he's going to cook. He actually won't get a full 90. He'll get like a 70 minutes. He'll be on a hat trick in the 68th minute, put one top bins for his 4th goal, and do that Messi walk-off. You know that legendary game Messi had against Real Madrid where he's just like slowly walking off and they show the scoreboard? It's like 5 Messi goals or whatever. That's Romain. Got Mundle today from Dailies? Brother, Evo him, please. Dude is just an aura farmer. He's so fun to watch IRL. So pacey. He's good on the ball. Dribbles really well. His cutting shot is better than Jack Clark's. Show me Talby. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. How about that? We can swap picks. Was class in the championship? Absolute class in the championship. Was always a joy to watch. Jack Clark has come now. Jack Clark is just one of those people that just has Ian Hart as his agent and took horrible advice from him because Ian Hart wanted to make his own money. He didn't care about his client, and it led to a move to a Premier League team that came right back down, and he's in the same situation where he's proven at the championship level, but then they play him out of position in the Prem, but also it's harder to make that step up to the Prem. He's one of those that's like the in-between, where it's like any team that gets promoted could buy him if they get relegated from the Premier League and have one of the best wingers in the division. But how much can he grow from there when he's already in his kind of prime years? All right, let me show that Talby card. Haven't updated him too much. Honestly, haven't upgraded too many of my guys. I've been slacking on Evos, boys. Not gonna lie. The pack saving, the league SBCs have got to me. We have given up on Evos at the moment, which could be a good thing or bad thing. All you guys are going to get super high ratings and decent stats and decent playstyle pluses on your cards, and you're going to have max positions, max playstyles. I'm going to roll into Team of the Year with a bunch of 84s and 85s, and every single card's going to be 90 plus then. Just banging them out left and right. Pause. Resume. All right, let me show the actual Sunderland team. Anyone that joins Ipswich career over? No, it's not career over. It's just, you know, like the story of footballers where they start in National League and they like show the career trajectory of the player just consistently going up. It's like they proved themselves in the National League. They worked themselves up to League 2, did well in League 2, got promoted, played in League 1. Their team got relegated, but they were the standout. They went to the championship. They did really well. Prem team wanted to buy them, but didn't want to play them right away, so loaned them out to the championship. Gets a bunch of game time, becomes like a phenomenal player. Gets a chance in the Prem, does decently well, plays there for a few years, maybe doesn't get as much play time, goes abroad for a year or two, people forget about them, goes back to the championship, gets a crap ton of play time, wins the league with a team there, does well in the Prem, but past the prime of their career. Now they stay with this team full time until they retire. If you go to Norwich, it's like you're past your prime, they'll overspend with the money they just got from someone else to buy you in the January transfer window. They'll give you crazy wages compared to what you'd be offered elsewhere, and you're guaranteed to be injured half the time, not do anything stat-wise for at least half the season, randomly have one of your new signees make a team of the season somehow, but you're in like dead last or at least near relegation most of the season. And then before you know it, you're going to be like, oh, what happened to my career? Norwich is in League One. They're rotting away like Sunderland did. And then your career's done. You're not even getting game time for them in League One. You get dropped to League Two. You get an injury. You don't really get game time in League Two. You're now National League. Your wife's kind of past caring enough about you to continue her career, your career. She wants you to start more of a family with her. She wants another kid. The bills aren't getting paid as much with the money from National League. She wants you to call it quits and go into construction. But you still want to prove yourself. Ipswich, that's going to be that. No, that was Luton, bro. I'm so happy Luton did the double so that they don't refer to it as the Sunderland anymore. It used to be the thing for the longest time where it was double relegation was Sunderland's thing. Now it's Luton's thing, and they deserve it, bro. Cannot stand that club, the way they ran it. Chances goes up to 60%. Interesting. I wonder if you fed... Ooh, could we feed... You know, in our Discord, that week we had the community of degenerates that put together spreadsheets of all the packs you could potentially save, the grinds you could do, the mathematical formula of what would be the cheapest, what makes the most sense to do into what. Remember that week? And then we made Excel formulas, and then we put it on Google Sheets as well, and then we distributed it to everyone, and then we had AI make like a 105-page summary of like step one of the grind all the way to the final step. We need to see if we can put that back into ChatGPT and say, based on all this data provided, all the packs saved, the ratings of guarantees in these packs, the amount of rares you get with the recycle, what is my odds of getting a team of the year? That would be great. All right, we got to open packs, dude. What am I doing? I'm just yapping, dude. New year, new me. New year, same yapper. We don't spend... Yeah, no, you're right. You won't spend a penny. But you'll pay... It's even worse. You'll not spend a penny. You'll sell Sargent for like 25 mil. Be like, what makes sense? Getting someone for 10 to 15 that's proven in the English pyramid at the higher levels and can do a job in the championship? Or someone way past their prime, leaving a Premier League club where they never got any game time. They're 36. No, Danny Ings. I bet we could pay him $1 million a week with all this money we got now. Gets his walker out there. No one's whipping in crosses to him. He's just standing there off sides waiting for something to happen. It would probably work. When you're so lazy to get out of bed, so I turn on my monitor to the way of my bed and then do an SBC from there. Hey, if it makes you feel better, you're watching a dude who's doing SBCs as well, but he's on a treadmill. Whether that's a good or bad thing. Alright, we can start putting any of these guys in. Start taking note. I don't know how many tradable informs you guys have in your club, but I feel like I have a crap ton of untradeable ones we're starting to stockpile. Using them for the dailies, obviously, but... Or 8210s, I should say. I'm not using them for the daily 85 doubles. Low-key, I don't think I've done a single 85 double, unless it's been an objective. I'm just kind of chilling on them right now. I feel like those are not going to be great. But we shall see. Alright, what can we put in? Are there any women? There's a few women. Any more women? I don't see any women here. Grob, he's going back to Brighton, right? That was short-lived. Hey, there's one. We can put her in. Do we have any off-league males? The off-league males that want to be fodder. Kirby can go in. Alright, we'll start using some bunda. Hello, what's up, buddy? How we doing today, brother? We do have new American owners who supposedly have unlimited budget, so January will be interesting. I'm curious to see how you guys spend. I really think you guys should tap into two markets. I think you should look in the Japanese market and you should look into the Australian market. Australian market, you have people like Irakunda, who's now at Watford. Just phenomenal young talent that can light up a championship team for sure. But I think just the technical ability a lot of Japanese clubs have for players, you can get them for a fraction of the price too, which is even better. Tons of Japanese players coming through the championship right now. Workout in FIFA? Yes, sir. Only for another half an hour, though, and then I got a party to go to. I have to go touch grass and interact with people. I have to leave my room. I know, crazy, right? Didn't think it was possible. We're doing the mass bidding for mix. Any particular number of cards to go for and just 150 bids common and 350 rares, right? You can do 300 bid for silver rares, if that's what you're referring to. But yeah. If you have a completely empty club and you're wanting to only do a specific amount of runs, it makes sense to like maybe count out how many you're bidding and winning. When it really comes down to it, it's not going to matter too much. You'll always kind of have some stuff in your club. You'll have one league that you have way more than others, so it's going to be more of a balancing act. For me, the way I go about it is looking at my dupes and then having an empty transfer targets, and we'll make a video going over each one of these topics in separate videos. That way we can like easily point you guys to like, this is how I do my bidding. And one of the things that's going to be super helpful for you in particular is if you notice you're low on, let's say, the Bundesliga 2, you want a bunch of commons from the Bundesliga 2 because you use your 2 rares from Serie B, and you don't know how many Bundesliga 2 cards you have, but you don't want to go to Pale Tools and do the 200 buy now because you know you can win a bunch of 150 bids. What I'll do is I'll have an empty transfer list. I'll mass bid, I'll store everything in the club. Any duplicates I have, I'll chuck up to my transfer list. And if I have an empty transfer list and the only things on my transfer list are unlisted Bundesliga 2 cards, what you can do is when you go to Pale Tools, instead of using what's in your club, Pale Tools can pull from what's on your transfer list. But the thing with that is they only pull what's on your transfer list. It doesn't matter the league or anything. So if you keep it only one league on your transfer list, they'll very easily pull those from there, which will help you get the requirement needed, but also at the same time, frees up the space on the transfer list. I would then do that same thing with a league that you maybe struggle with getting a lot of dupes, but you need to stock up. For me, that's the Hypermotion, the Spanish league. I'll do a bunch of silver commons that are 67 and above rated. I'll do 150 mass bids. I'll chuck those in the club, and instead of putting the dupes on my transfer list with the Bundesliga 2s, I'll go unassigned on them. And then what happens when you go unassigned on them is if you go to Pale Tools has an option where it can pull from your unassigned cards. I'll just put my unassigned there. You can do that with the Saudi League, Romanian League. You can do that with MLS Commons. And like I said, we'll make an updated video showing just specifically how to do better bidding in bulk and things like that so that you guys can easily find these. But that's a really good recommendation to make the grind a bunch easier. How you make coins? I've mainly been making my coins from League SBCs for profit. I haven't even packed anything crazy, just been consistent with doing League SBCs at a good value in huge bulk. When I do try to make coins, we had the Inform investment that did well. But I would say more recently, it's just been picking up the Pro League and Portuguese League for under the current buy nows and flipping them for pure profit, and or also using them in the SBC to make it cheaper than the buy nows, and doing that in bulk we have methods on the channel. If you haven't seen our premium mix video, it becomes very easy to not only save coins, but make coins. When it used to be lib and sud in previous years, and including this year, but last year when we did it, we made over 10 million coins strictly from lib and sud bidding and flipping alone. This year, the amount of snipes you can win is absolutely crazy from the Pro League and the Portuguese League as well. I think every single stream we've showed sniping, I've won a Pro League card for 200 coins. You know what? Screw it. Money where my mouth is, right? What are they at right now? Oh, they're even lower, boys. Now would be the time to club stock these. 550 is crazy, dude. That's wild. I'm going to do 450 and list these for 600. If we don't have it. Probably even do higher on the rares, to be honest. We could probably do 700. So these things will rebound first. Alright, now the menus are going to crap right as we do this. Of course. Cleared my dupes. Finally, let's go. Makes sense. Appreciate it. No problem, buddy. Tough decision for me now. Left mid striker, Evo. Either technical and relentless or technical and first touch. This is how out of touch I am with gameplay. I don't know what playstyle pluses are meta. All I know is I see a dude on TikTok who uses like the worst rated bronzes with the worst stats. And he'll put the best playstyle pluses on them from Evos. And give them all the like passing. Like I saw him take, I think it was a Chinese center back. Put him in the midfield and gave him all the playstyles for passing. And he became an insane card. Just from that alone. I saw him also put, was it Onana at striker? And he put a, whatever the meta was at the time for strikers. He put that on Onana, who has insanely bad shooting stats. He was scoring all the goals. Baldmum is his name? Okay. 500 prime gold players is a 71 chant. Can you have ChatGPT or whatever you're using for that explain how they're calculating the percentage when they don't know who's going to be in Team of the Year yet? Alright, now I'm doing this live. None of them are going to pop up for 200. Today's going to be the one day it doesn't happen. Oh, I was slow on that one. But you can see the point. I might come back there later and keep doing that, but things like that. Obviously, if you're sniping, you're not going to win as many as bidding in the same amount of time, so I would personally spam mass bids. Okay. Think we can get lower rateds now. This pain is adhesive. Seen it in the details. There we go. Loriente, please come to Sunderland, brother. I want you so bad. Loriente and Mundle would destroy on the wings. Alright, can we get another winter wild card from these? Anyone else not hitting any crazy winter wild cards at all these past few promos weeks? I feel like they're always in packs, but I get nothing. Ever since the Eusebio untradeable from Thunderstruck, nothing's hit him, man. Is that Ona? Even before the team is known, we can estimate the chance of packing any team of the year because the team of the year rarity weight stays roughly the same each year. Gotcha. I guess that makes sense to a certain extent. Then, if the woman goalkeeper is a low-rated card or in something like the NWSL, I feel like it's going to be even easier to hit. Pack 90 Pedri, that's been it. Yeah, I'm looking at this team right now. Have I packed anything from this above the bottom row? I don't know if I have. I don't even know if I got Ibanez. It's been tragic, man. And the funny thing is, the second this team started, I literally packed like 3 of them in that pack that was it 5K for, was it 10 85 to 86 rated cards? It was a crazy value pack. Alright, did I do my dailies? I did not. We have 10 coin pack and 30 coin pack, so. End up in the driver's seat. Bruma! What are you guys up to? Quite a few of you guys on. I thought more people would be gone partying. Oh, you know what? I guess some of you are literal children, and some of you are parents that have literal children. That makes more sense. I keep forgetting my audience. It's 10-year-olds who don't know how to write a sentence, and 40-year-olds who don't have as much time to grind anymore. That's like my main demographic. And then we talk about football and chill. And then C-Barbs comes in and says he's now done another League SBC run and he's only up 50K. Doesn't work. 17 years old? Nice. Dude, I'm going to be 28 on January 31st. I'm going to be officially an Unk. Or I'm getting close. Is Unk at 30? When does Unk start? Is Unk an age or is it a lifestyle? Like, if I'm still active, if I'm still doing memes, am I really an Unk? Or is it an Unk when you're out of touch? See, me personally, I'm going to say it's when you're out of touch. When I start not understanding stuff, I feel like that's going to be the criteria I'm going to use. Pack Thunderstruck, Bale, and Dalglish because I stopped playing for a week. So, any of you guys going to stop playing like the week before Team of the Year? Just going to chill on your packs and spawn back in and pack burger or something? Imagine. Alright, let's see if I can fill a bunch of high-rated 70s in here. And then just torch some 84s. Ben Unk, apparently, you're 31? Nah, we're not Unk, brother. We got more time. Don't let these children define us, alright? Nami. What else we got? 84. Ooh, that works. Beautiful. All right, final 8210, boys. What year was the last year Norwich was in the Premier League? Was it COVID time? It's been a bit. Alright, we got 10 premium mix as well. Because I fell away. Oh? Trayvon Diggs to Packers? Oh? The Green Bay Cowboys. (2021) COVID killed our run of form, but unlikely would have survived as it was. Didn't help selling Padilla and not replacing him. Hey, why would you need to, as an owner of a football club, need to replace the talent you sell? Wouldn't you stand to make so much more money just pocketing that money and getting relegated and losing out on the TV revenue? And then just panic buy? Even better, why not only not replace them, get a bunch of negative backlash. The club is revolting against you. They want you out. They want the manager out. Most of the team doesn't want to be there. You say, the squad we have now is good enough for the championship. Squad we got now, dog walks the championship. You start, first few games, you don't get a single point. Half their starting lineup is mentally in the Premier League and European teams from other leagues. Then you're a month in, transfer window closes. You've signed 0 players from clubs. You need a striker, you need a winger. Striker is easily, you say, aging talent, way past their prime, that we can spend way more on salary than's needed. And they'll do nothing but hurt our club, but we're going to sign them. We're not only going to do a 1 year with an extension for another, we're going to put them on a 3. They're going to be 40 by the time they're done here. That's how you need to run a club. That's how you get out of the championship. I mean, it gets you to League One, but it gets you out of the championship, and that's the goal. You need to be more specific. If you're an owner and you're asked to get out of the championship, you need to say, hey, we need to get back to the Premier League. But then guess what happens? The club value goes down. Owners trying to sell. Americans desperate to get a failing Premier League past club under their ownership so that they can make some sort of documentary, put it on Netflix. Some washed sports athlete from another sport that knows nothing about true football will walk in and say, this is ours. Who's going to be the next one? Let's see. Who is a washed United States athlete or a retired United States athlete that'll just walk into stuff? You have LeBron James still playing. He's part owner of Liverpool. You have Tom Brady, Birmingham City. You have... Give me Shaq buying Stoke City. It needs to be done. Not Wiz Khalifa. Snoop Dogg is like part owner of, is it Swansea? If Shaq went for Stoke, that would be fantastic. Give me Shaq at Stoke and have him with full control of transfers in and out. We're going to see a full lineup of Americans. He's going to buy from the NCAA, Division I. To be fair, there's some ballers there. That's going to be the move. I'm 23. I feel like I was 18 a week ago. Time's going that fast. Dude, it really does. And COVID doesn't help. I feel like regardless of people's age, COVID just ramped that up even more because everyone feels like they missed 3 or 4 years. Like for me, I was 22 during COVID. And it was my senior year of college, so I didn't have the second half of my senior year, essentially. So, like, I feel like I missed out on that part. And then right after I graduated college, everything was remote. You couldn't hang out with people still. So, like, that first year or so after, there just wasn't, like, as much community or, like, your standard, like, going into adulthood after college. So, like, when that finally ended and I was 24, 25, I still felt like I was 22. Then a bunch of people either had middle school or high school completely during COVID, or at least part during COVID, and they all got that wasted or feel like they missed out. Whether it was 2 years of high school into college, 2 years, a whole, yeah, I couldn't even imagine doing a whole 4 years. Would be wild. Like, imagine just getting out of middle school and going to high school, having that happen. Dude, I need to watch Mendia highlights. It's been a minute. I remember watching lockdown highlights. Those were the days, man. Lockdown Pulisic. Different animal. Brady shitting on Rooney in the doc is shocking. Didn't like Brady before. You guys got the personality of a brick. To be fair, he knows nothing about football. And he's basing everything on the performance of a football club and the current state. The fact that he didn't even know who Rooney was should show you everything. Like, and then he even followed it up. He's like, the cameraman's like, really? Doesn't have a work ethic or whatever he said? He's like, yeah, I have a really good read on these things. You mind showing him MLS highlights for Wayne Rooney in the final years of his career? Want to show him dead sprinting back, winning a last-ditch tackle, keeping the ball in bounds, playing the perfect long ball for the game-winning header? I would say he knows how to hustle a little bit. He works hard. Him as a manager, I feel like, is a mix. That's a whole different criteria. He's been unlucky at times, not having the best players at times, but he has something that a lot of managers don't have, and that's young English players who look up to him that he can heavily influence. And that's something I think some people take for granted. But the most important thing is results. And if you're not getting results, that also makes sense. The DC United assist. Is it New Year's Day for you or later since you're in America? It is 4:47 for me, which means in a little more than 7 hours, it's going to be midnight. So I'm ending the stream in about 15 minutes and then getting ready to go to a party later tonight from people from my church. So I'll be heading out soon. Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of you guys are just about to have midnight. What is 2020? For those of you, it's already 2026. What does the future look like? Did Sunderland win the Premier League yet? Is it official? I need to know. I need to place a sports bet like right now. Don't rate him as a manager. Issue being he's naturally talented, not actually coached into his talent. So I believe it's hard for him to get his thoughts across to the players. As to him, it was innate. Yeah. And that's probably one of the hardest things that you can coach players on. It's more of a culture thing, right? If you see a player that has that grit, has that talent, has that workhorse mentality, that's the thing I feel like you should be able to get across to your players more than anything. Yeah, you'll have a bunch of people who, yeah, it's tough out there, man. And of course, when he was with Plymouth, one of his only wins was against Sunderland. Of course. That's how I had to go down. So what, when he was on the BBC, they're like, what are your thoughts of Sunderland? He's like, well, I played them when I was at Plymouth. They didn't seem like too much. They've come a long way since then. One of my only wins. Yeah, maybe like manager is not the job for him. I feel like he needs to be a part of football clubs in a different role. I feel like not an assistant coach for the national team, but like if he can be involved in something with the England national team, I feel like he'd be phenomenal at that. Don't know what it would be specifically, but I feel like there's a lot of opportunity there. Wait, genuine question. Is Mason Greenwood just gonna, for the rest of his career, be blacklisted from the England national team? Or is there a scenario where if he literally makes like a Ballon d'Or shortlist, gets constant team of the seasons, where you kind of have to bring him along? Or is it just no matter what, he's done? I'm going to feed all your FC26 grind videos into ChatGPT and make AI Mumble Elite. Dude, imagine someone does that. They're like, hey Mumble, I don't like how long your videos are. I'm going to feed all your videos into ChatGPT, have them analyze it, and then have an AI bot named AI Elite just make them within like 2 minutes. If that worked, that would be insane. I low-key would watch. I would react to myself, reacting to myself, reacting to myself, reacting to my AI self. That'd be good content. Oh, is he going to Jamaica? I thought he went against the decision. I mean, realistically, if he wants to play for a national team, that's a no-brainer. The real question is he ever going to go back to England for a football club? I feel like he also has to stay abroad. Get that man in CONCACAF. They'll Brexit tackle the living crap out of him on a baseball field. Covered in mud, torrential downpour, poor lighting conditions. I could see him going to Newcastle. Now that you say that, part of me wants that exact scenario to happen. I actually want that to happen. The Trey Hume Brexit tackle would be feeding generations, man. My goodness. I can see it already. Probably would leave him with a broken leg too, which is wild. Do you guys remember Dan Burn getting tackled by Mukiele in the Derby match the other week? And then Dan Burn broke a rib. And then the Newcastle's medical team saw he had a broken rib, but must have missed how bad it was or how severe, or said to themselves, that's not a broken rib. Literally, he couldn't breathe, and they let him back on the pitch for a few more minutes. Wild, man. Also, too, I just found out today, I don't know if it's fake news or not, do women's football not have a transfer window? Can they just, like, be sold whenever? That's kind of wild if that's true. But then also, too, is there, like, the women's equivalent to Fabrizio? Like, is there a Fabrizio breaking stories for them? Because I want to follow that Twitter account. Imagine Fabrizio doing pregnancy announcements along with, like, transfer news. That'd be wild, man. Wait, are pregnancies listed as an injury? Like, when a woman's pregnant and she sits out from football for a certain amount of time, Is that considered an injury? Like, legally, is it considered an injury for a football club? Like, does the football club pay for any additional medical stuff that would be needed? I know medical stuff's covered to a certain extent, right? Or is everything covered? In general in the UK. No Prem team will touch him? Not yet. Norwich hasn't gone back to the Premier League yet, mate. Norwich will be desperate for an attacker. They'll have money sitting around and nobody to buy. In comes Mason Greenwood. Oh, gosh. Happy New Year, Mumbo. Here's to a great 2026 content-wise. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for stopping by, Dan. Yeah, we're going to be heading out in a few minutes. Happy New Year to you guys who it's already New Year. For those of you finishing out the last few hours of 2025, appreciate all the support you guys have shown, not only this year, just in the channel in general, man. You guys, like, it's wild to me. Let me rant, not rant. Let me appreciate you guys for a minute. We talk about grinding a lot. Let's talk about you guys. If you think about it, right? There are so many channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers, tens of millions of subscribers, especially nowadays. It's very easy to play the comparison game and feel like what you have is never good enough. I never feel that way. I feel completely blessed that even a single person chooses to watch me grind like a degenerate on this game. And like the crazy thing to me is I've seen posts about it a ton. And it hits so close to home because it's so true. If you put these numbers into like actual terms that people can understand, over 15,000 subscribers. What's your local? What's your town you're in? How many people does your town have? How many people does your city have? Like a lot of places where I live, we have more subscribers, more view guys than there are population of people where I live. Like, more of you guys are subscribed to me than my current hometown. Wait, that's a wild stat. But then it's like you take into account, like, concurrent viewership, right? At the end of the stream, we might have a few hundred views. If it's a really good stream, we'll have, like, 400 to 500 plus views. But, like, concurrent viewer-wise, it'll be, today, probably a little lower. We're at 17 right now. We'll hop down to 10, go up to, like, 20, 25. Some days it's, like, 35, 50. If we had even just, like, 5 people in the stream... Think about 5 people in the same room, just chilling, talking. Be like the boys hanging out, playing footy, talking football. Wonderful stuff. You get 10 plus people in, we're starting to hit like small classroom numbers. You get the bigger streams where it's like you have 50 to 100 people in at the same time. We're in non-league football numbers. That's wild. You get the PlayStation Down stream where we had over 600 people watching at the same time. That's not only a full movie theater, that's probably 2 full movie theater rooms. Which is crazy, man. When you put it in that way, it makes it more insane to think there's that amount of people that choose to actively watch. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. Literally nothing that I do will ever make back the support you've given. All I can promise you guys is I'm going to continue to work hard, making grind videos, showing you guys how to make coins, how to make packs. Yada yada. Content might flip a little bit here and there. We might add in some other things, experiment. But in general, man, I'm just doing what I love. And I'm blessed that there's a community to support it. Hope to do more streaming on Twitch for 2026, Mumbo. Stacked towards end of this year since I went affiliate. Nice, man. Speaking of Twitch, probably I don't want to make any promises because time's still going to be hard to come by. But I kind of want to use Twitch as more of like, instead of dual streaming, which we'll probably try to get back to dual streaming if I can. Right now, it's literally just an OBS issue. Like, for some reason, OBS doesn't like the dual streaming. It keeps crashing it. If we treated Twitch, which are twitch.tv/mumbleeats in the description, if we treat it as almost like a secondary channel, and we wanted to play other games on there, I just bought Arc Raiders discounted. I haven't played a game yet. I did like the tutorial and stuff, but I feel like things like that would be fun after Team of the Year. Add some more time on the weekends when we already do the early streams. Be like, all right, boys, let's hop onto this. Let's hop onto Call of Duty. Y'all want to rock a Pro Clubs team? Let's get an Elite Army Pro Clubs team going. That'd be sick. So it's like fun ideas like that I would love to do. We just have to have time for it and have it somewhat justified. Because if it takes away from what we're currently doing, it's not going to be as useful. But yeah. Can't wait to see London's amazing displays as always. What displays are they doing? I hope it gets better year for United. Dude, you know what I just thought of? Now that you brought that up, how they drop points against Wolves. I saw a post the other day showing that obviously mathematically it would be impossible for the dude to get the haircut in 2025. But after United got their other win, the map looked relatively manageable to potentially get 5 wins. They had, where is it? They beat Newcastle after losing to Aston Villa. So they had to play Wolves, okay, so Newcastle was the first one. Then they would have had Wolves, Leeds, Burnley, and then Brighton in the Cup. That would be a very doable thing. And then they draw 1-1 against Wolves. Oh, but the funny thing is, are they at Ellen Road against Leeds? Oh, brother. United's losing. I'm sorry. United is not beating Leeds. United, the start of 2026, are going to get cooked. I'm telling you that right now. If you want to do a sports bet, put any amount of money on it. Put my name on it too. I want a cut of that. At least 10%, okay? Put a $5 on it. Give me some of that money. It won't be a clean sheet. It'll be a bloodbath back and forth. But those Leeds supporters will fight to the death. And guess what? United's dying way before the final whistle. They might get a lead. You might see some cameras where Ruben Amorim looks like he might lose his job. He's like bited his nails. And then Xerxes scores a banger. Doku scores a banger. And you're like, all right. Did I say Doku? Dorgu. And then Leeds is going to score 2. And then Ahmad's going to play the most perfect ball when he comes back from AFCON. Wait, no. He would still be at AFCON. Who would play him a ball? Luke Shaw is going to play the most perfect cross/through ball. It's going to land at Sesko's feet as he's in on goal. All he has to do is beat the goalie from Leeds. And he's going to put it so far wide and high. It's going to go out towards the corner flag and be a throw-in. And it's going to cut to Ruben. And he's going to be head in hands, not knowing what to do. And then Leeds is going to go down. Tanaka's going to beat 5 guys on the dribble. He's about to be dispossessed. He just shoulder barges. Taki gets past a few guys. Plays it wide. It's over with. It's done. GG's. It's a wrap. And then Ruben goes back on his word and says, you know, I said we had no flops in the signings made so far. I say trust the club with January and we'll focus on summer. We need a brand new squad now. We need to spend now. Need a heart? Dude, I would pay extra money if the Premier League wants to include a service. You know how like the NBA during COVID had where you could have fans sit in the audience in the bleachers? Like they'd show the NBA game of the court and then in the background you'd see people like on a Skype call or Zoom. They'd just be sitting in the background. And then they made it where you could do virtual reality where you could be courtside and watch NBA games. I'm sure they do something similar for Prem games where you can... Oh, wait, no. I remember seeing who is the chick who supports Chelsea that has an OnlyFans page and, like, targets children? Like, literal children? She should be a pedophile if she's not one. Didn't she, like, have like one lucky fan go to a Chelsea game with her, and isn't there like a hotel room or like a bed in one of the rooms at Stamford Bridge? Crazy, man. Crazy. What they should do is Premier League should offer a service where you can see the heart rate of managers. And then also, too, you can see live stats from any of the players for the distance covered in real time. And you can see their heartbeat as well. So, like, when Sesko gets the ball in and he's moved 5 feet, he creates space for himself. But his heartbeat goes to, like, 200 as he puts it completely wide. See his heartbeat compared to Ruben's. And then you're going to see Sunderland play. It's going to be Regis Labrie, Sunderland's manager. It's going to be at 50 the whole time. Just calm, collected. Doesn't go up or down. We concede, stays the same. We score, gets even lower. 2026 for you now? Congrats, buddy. Yeah, we're going to be hopping off in a minute. Last few comments, boys. Yeah, you can have some fun with them, man. All right, plan for New Year's Day. I'm going to try to in the morning, because I'm not going to do it tonight. In the morning, I'm going to record a video, something related to League SBCs. We'll probably do our bidding tip or something to show you guys how to maximize your bids and buy nows, how to store things, what to put in your club, what you can put on your transfer list unassigned, the back and forth between payout tools. That will most likely be the video. Then after the Sunderland game, probably a bit after, we'll most likely have a stream, and then we're going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So next time you'll see me live outside of New Year's Day will be probably Monday. So a little bit of time. We need 3 p.m. blackout to do one and show 3 p.m. games. Had here in Sky last weekend. Just gone multi-view. All right, boys, take it easy. Have a good night. Happy New Year. God bless you all. And see ya in 2020.